The Chinese American Civil Rights Coalition is suing Donald Trump for $22.9 million over his actions by calling the coronavirus the China virus. Since the very early days of this pandemic, all the way back to February of 2020, Donald Trump was trying to shift the blame from his ridiculous administration, trying to calm the public. And so he started calling the thing the China virus. And the more he saw that offended people, the more he actually continued to call it the China virus. So not only did he like it because it was pissing people off, and he enjoys that because he's sadistic, but also it was a way to deflect the blame, to take all the hundreds of thousands of deaths that happened on his watch and say, oh, no, those aren't my fault. It's this virus from China, the China virus, as he called it. So now we have this civil rights organization suing him for $22.9 million, which amounts to $1 for every Asian American and Pacific Islander here in the United States. $1 per person. Because, as we also know, at the time when Donald Trump was referring to it as the China virus, we started to see attacks against Asian Americans skyrocket here in this country. Skyrocketing that, by the way, has not stopped. It's still a thing going on today. And it may not be 100% because of Donald Trump, because you also have other members of the conservative media who push this myth that somehow China's trying to punish us. And then, of course, you have idiotic, hate-filled bigots here in the United States who take that fuel and put it in to attacking Asians here in the United States. That's what's happening. So I fully support this lawsuit. I hope that it is successful. I understand the chances of it actually being successful are very slim, just on the fact that you're going to have to prove that any specific act of violence was in fact inspired by Donald Trump saying those words at a specific time. It's virtually impossible to prove that. So uphill battle ahead, but I do wholeheartedly support this lawsuit, and I do hope that somehow they are able to find success with it, because Donald Trump needs to answer for this. Donald Trump needs to be held liable for this, and the United States needs to break out of this habit of trying to find these foreign scapegoats to blame all of our problems on. We do it with immigrants. We're doing it with COVID. We do it with so many issues every single time something bad happens. Eventually, we have to stand up, take blame for it, and realize that, yeah, we screw a hell of a lot of things up here in the United States. And a lot of that has to do with our overly partisan mentalities. Thanks for watching, and if you like what you saw, don't forget to like, comment, share, and most importantly, subscribe to our Ring of Fire channel here.